All right. This is Michael Rapaport, and you are now listening to the I Am Rapaport podcast. What up? All right, this episode of the I Am Rapaport podcast this week. First of all, I want to just thank you people that are listening to the podcast. I've had a handful of people come up to me on the street, people come up to me in Starbucks baristas, people coming up to me when I'm driving. I had somebody stop me the other day when I was driving at a red light and tell me how much they like the podcast. I appreciate it. We're doing this for the love of the game. We try to go hard every week, and we try to give out the best, most insightful, entertaining, non-fact-checking podcast in the business. It's the I Am Rapaport podcast. I am Michael Rapaport, and we're getting into it right now. All right, so this week on the I Am Rapaport podcast, we're giving away shit. We're giving away shit. Giving away shit. We have soft-ass I Am Rapaport podcast t-shirts. That's right. So they're so soft. If anybody was fortunate enough to win the When the Garden Was Eaten t-shirts, we are now fortunate enough to have 1,000 I Am Rapaport podcast t-shirts in all different sizes. And I know that the podcast is probably listened to more by men than women. I don't know. But that's just my gut feeling. We don't have analytics and you know people gouging and gauging who's listening, but I feel like more men listen to it than women. But dudes, don't be selfish with the t-shirts, okay? You know, because this week we're giving away 15 t-shirts, okay? This episode we're giving away 15 t-shirts. But maybe don't just get one for yourself. Maybe get one for your girl this time. All right, and ladies, if you get them, be creative with them. If you want to keep the sleeves on, they're fine. But, you know, you could cut them up. You know, you can make it like a workout t-shirt, a sleep t-shirt, you know, and send pictures. That's all I ask. Send pictures and spread the word of the I Am Rapaport podcast because it's a fucking worldwide phenomenon. Okay, this week on the I Am Rapaport podcast, I have guests. I have two of my first guests caused a big stir. I got two actors, young actors. Dean Collins, who's probably best known. He played my son on The War at Home. And he's been in a bunch of shit. He's going to be in a bunch more shit. And his friend, who's a big-time, big-shot actor, Logan Lerman. They're friends of mine. Logan Lerman was in Perks of Being a Wallflower, Fury, fucking the Percy Jackson movies, 3:10 to Yuma, which was a really good movie. He's worked with Christian Bale, Brad Pitt. He's a real fucking big shot. Perks of Being a Wallflower is kind of like this generation sort of Breakfast Club. You know, the young kids, they like this shit. Both really good actors, friends of the show, and we're going to be discussing, amongst other things, the HBO documentary series, The Jinx, okay, which caused a lot of controversy, stirred up a lot of debates, feelings about this guy Robert Durst. It's a very, very interesting program on HBO. It's a documentary series that's kind of treated like a series, and we're going to be discussing that with Logan Lerman and Dean Collins. These two little fuckers, they beg me and plead. Can I come on the show? Can I come on the show again? I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. I'm like, look, motherfucker, we've moved on. Please, can we come on the show? We'll talk about Snapple. We want to wear t-shirts. All right, motherfucker, listen. You could come on like sometime, but like not every fucking week. So I brought him back to discuss the Jinx and Robert Durst and HBO and amongst other things. And like I said, we're giving away t-shirts. I wanted to discuss, before I bring in the guests, actress, writer Lena Dunham, who is best probably known for her show, groundbreaking show on HBO, Girls. She, she's very funny, very talented, very unique, definitely groundbreaking, the show. It's, it's a groundbreaking. I don't need to explain it. You know it or you don't know it. But she's been in a little bit of a controversy these last few days because she wrote an article in the highbrow. It's very highbrow. It's a highbrow magazine. I've known it my whole life, The New Yorker. And she wrote an article about, it's sort of a quiz spoof, tongue-in-cheek article about, it's called Dog or Jewish Boyfriend. And she, goes on about, he's crazy for cream cheese. He has asthma. My mother says he's a good boy. Kind of comparing or making a spoof thing about her boyfriend, who is this musician, Jack Antonoff, who I've never heard play, but my man looks like he puts on a Halloween costume, a hipster Halloween kit. It's not even a costume, it's a kit. This guy, Jack Antonoff, looks like he puts on a hipster Halloween kit to perform. He wears like this fucking baseball hat. He doesn't pull it down. It's like, hi, it's like a bendy fitted baseball hat. And he wears these horn-rimmed glasses and he wears his jeans really tight. So apparently she dates him, and she wrote this quiz thing on New Yorker magazine. And basically I felt like it was funny, but people have felt like she was emasculating the Jewish man by doing this. And me being a full-blown Jew, I had to chime in to say that I don't think she would be even writing this, sort of spoofing her boyfriend. Is he a dog or a Jewish boyfriend? If this dude, Jack Antonoff, was tapping that ass correctly. Okay, I don't think that Jack Antonoff is sugar dicking it proper. Okay, because if Jack Antonoff was laying that pipe correctly, Lena Dunham wouldn't even be thinking about comparing her boyfriend, whether he's Jewish, Puerto Rican, fucking Christian, Catholic, Roman, whatever, I don't know what, Italian, stallion, anything, Irish. If his fuck style was buckwild, you wouldn't be writing shit like this. You would be writing little essays about my man. His fuck game is insane. Okay, so Lena Dunham, I want you to look into that, because you might not be in the right situation for you. Is what I'm saying is that because if this dude Jack Antonoff was tapping that ass correctly, like raw dog without a bag, that's what I need you to start looking at. Okay, because instead of going at him and, making light of him and, kind of emasculating him, that's what people have said. Then, if he's sugar dicking it, okay, if Jack Antonoff was sugar dicking you, then you'd be writing all sorts of different things. But I'm a fan. I like the show. I like what you're doing. But I'm just concerned that you might not have a boyfriend whose fuck style is buckwild. And we are advocates of people's fuck styles, men, women. We want everybody's fuck style to be buckwild here at the I Am Rapaport podcast.
I get nasty like a muck pile, throw you out of luck, child. Cause my fuck style is buckwild. Fuck style is buckwild. Fuck style is buckwild. Back off the firm, germ. Courtship is short-term, void at the last drop of sperm. I reckon, so check it, that's life, live it there. I make your mama strip naked and just give it here. What I said.
This is the I Am Rapaport podcast. We're here to discuss a show that the country seems to be obsessed with, and we're obsessed with. It was a documentary series on HBO called The Jinx. I don't know if...
Hashtag The Jinx, HBO.
Hashtag The Jinx on
Jinx
HBO.
Cat.
And it's a 6-part documentary series by a guy named Robert Jarecki, who...
Andrew Jarecki, get his shit together.
Andrew Jarecki. I was thinking Robert Zemeckis.
No, you think about Robert Durst, who's the subject.
Robert Durst, sorry. Thank you for bailing me out of that. Andrew
Get
Jarecki,
this guy a fucking resume.
who, I don't know if you know this, you know that he co-founded Moviefone?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, he made his money.
Moviefone,
Yes.
yeah. Which was a big deal.
If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1 now.
He started all that shit.
Yeah, he sold that and then financed his own documentaries. He's a great filmmaker.
He sold that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot of money, right?
I don't know how much money, but
A lot of
enough
money.
to live comfortably probably for the
Yeah.
rest of
And
his
he
life.
directed a really good doc called Capturing the Freedmans.
Capturing the
Yeah.
Freedmans is a
Yeah.
great documentary.
Great
Very
documentary.
good, very good.
Really, really good documentary. And then he did a film that was actually based on the life of Robert Durst, or the cases of Robert Durst, called
All Good Things.
with Ryan Gosling and somebody else.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
Kirsten Dunst. Good. Thanks for the information. Because we don't fact check here at the I Am
No,
Rapaport
that's
podcast.
what makes it special. Like, we don't have IMDb
and then
laid
from that
out.
movie, Robert Durst himself saw the film and then contacted Andrew Jarecki and said, "Let's do an interview." Or how did he say it? Dean?
Well,
How would
I'm
he
not
say
going
it?
to do my impression just yet.
Don't
but
do your impressions
No.
yet.
But he said
Oh,
that.
all right.
But he said.
Let's do an interview. I want to do a tell-all
He said
interview.
he goes, I saw the film, I had an emotional reaction to it, and I think that you know Robert Durst more than everybody else knows Robert Durst. And what do you say that we just have an open line and a little, some communication of doing an interview
And
together?
that was the genesis of this wonderful
documentary called The Jinx. Now let's contextualize Robert Durst. You guys explain who Robert Durst is to the general public who has not seen The Jinx. Quickly, in 90 seconds. Go, Logan.
He is the son of a real estate mogul in New York City.
Yes.
A billionaire.
Yes. Owns a lot of New York City.
And he's got a lot of fucking problems. This guy. He's a sociopath. He has no emotion. This guy's completely apathetic towards anything that.
Now his father Seymour Durst, when they were kids, Robert and his younger brother Douglas, Robert thought he was in line to take over the family business, and anyway, that didn't happen. It went to the second eldest son, which was Douglas Durst,
right?
Which was the downfall of Robert Durst and his
seemed to be the beginning of the downfall.
Yeah.
And in the 80s, or was it the 90s?
It was.
What year was his first? He's accused
first
of
wife.
His first wife.
That was in the 70s. That was like
No,
75.
No, it wasn't.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, it was the 80s.
We don't fact check here.
But it was the 80s.
But
it was 85.
It wasn't the 70s.
I think it was late 70s that she disappeared.
No.
Okay, well, it might be. We don't fact check.
Okay. We're not looking
his
this up.
first wife disappeared.
Right.
Out of the fucking blue.
Yeah.
And was gone, and that was the beginning of what is, I guess, it's a killing spree. Because my opinion, and this isn't proven, but my opinion is that he's guilty of killing 3 people: his first wife, his friend Susan Berman, and then his roommate, who he admitted,
his best friend, actually,
his best friend that he admitted. Now, people, if you haven't seen this, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" He admitted. I'm saying it again, to dismembering the guy's body and accidentally killing him. Now just think about that. The guy admitted
crazy
to
on
fucking
trial.
Cutting in court. He admitted to,
and he was acquitted for it.
And he was acquitted. Now, before we go backwards, I just wanted to think about, name one thing off the top of your head less than dismembering a person that could get you guaranteed in jail. You could be taken to jail for driving without a license.
Yeah.
You could be taken to jail, Logan. What else?
What else? I mean, I've never gone to jail for.
But I mean, I'm talking about like you could be taken to jail for
for a lot of
threatening a police officer, just threatening a police officer.
Exactly. I mean, there's so many other things, but
this guy admitted to dismembering a body, cutting off the legs, cutting off the arms, cutting off the head.
We don't have any audio clips of the trial, but if we were to have one, I think a direct quote was, "I did not kill my best friend. I did dismember him."
Unquote.
Yeah.
That's literally verbatim.
You sound exactly like him.
You do a good impression of him.
He does a fantastic impression.
And if you look closely, Dean actually resembles a young Bobby Durst.
Please don't put
He's
that
got
on
those
me.
like black eyes,
those black ferret eyes.
Thanks, guys. I have green eyes.
Yeah.
I get compliments on my green eyes too.
Features.
Now, I'm going to throw this guy at you guys.
ahead.
I'm going to throw this at you guys. For me, I want to hear your opinions. What do you think of the credit sequence of The Jinx?
I love it.
Okay, why?
It's entertaining. It's more than just look. If this was done in an aesthetically similar way to, let's say, the first 48, it wouldn't be as interesting. So it's engaging. It gets you involved. It's entertainment at the end of the day too. If they're making a documentary about anybody, it's entertainment. You're watching it as a show. This isn't for court. This is meant to engage.
Now we've had a few conversations,
and you guys are offended by it, huh?
No.
Are you guys offended by it?
No.
Dean, you talk about the credits, and then I'll give my opinion. Because you're the guest, so I want to hear your opinions, and then my opinion is ultimately the one that matters.
Well, I said,
okay.
I'm just saying.
Right? No, I get that. It's your show.
It is the one that ultimately matters. Because I'll cut out any of the fucking dead
high
air,
horse,
and I'll make this show totally skewed to me. But do your opinion. Let's just make sure we're recording. Yeah, we're recording.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell me your opinion.
We're good. So I know. You and I, Michael, we've had various discussions about the title sequence of the show and this and that. And I have to say,
describe the title sequence. It's to people who haven't seen it or people who have seen it.
I guess I would describe
sexy.
it. It's sexy. It's got a fucking great song. It's like a cool fucking rock song.
You know what? True Detective, I think, set this up for HBO. True Detective's title sequence was a thing in its own. It was a short film in its own. People loved it so much. People talked about it. that's what got people to also watch, the show. Maybe a good portion of the audience were like, I hear it has a great title sequence.
But
and now they're doing it with this. It's HBO. It's it's the same guys that are part of that market.
Finish your opinion on it,
Okay.
because I want to talk about, because I haven't articulated my opinion about it.
Okay.
I want to explain to you what it did to me.
Okay.
So to me, when I saw it for the first time, I thought, "Fuck, this is pretty cool." Like they're making this guy. Like, I don't know this guy just based off of the pilot episode, but they're making him look really cool. I would say very Bryan Cranston, like Walter White-esque, like
a badass.
He's the badass bad guy. But like you watch it and you like kind of like him, and you kind of like not want him to get away with shit, but like it's they make him look like Walter White in Breaking Bad, and it's like a show, but it's real. It's real life. It's people's lives, and
This is the thing that bothered me. I don't know if you're aware of this. You might be, because you're on top of your game. Because we don't fact check here, but you're on top of your shit. I don't even need to fact check today here, Logan. You're sharp.
I'm here.
The thing about the credit sequence is that, number one, every episode started with a cold opening. Every episode started with a cold opening. If in Lerman terms, not layman terms.
No, Lerman terms.
Do you get that?
because your name's
really,
Logan Lerman,
and then I
like
was saying
that.
in Lerman terms.
and like the other thing is layman's
Holy
terms.
shit.
That was good. You
that
kind of
was just off the cuff,
and you
man.
like coined that kind of right now.
Wow, in Lerman terms, you
I
should
feel
fucking-
special.
Yo,
Yo,
Coin that
hashtag that
website.
shit.
No, look into the
Maybe
domain
I
name.
should,
Yo, domain that shit.
Lerman's
copyright
terms.
it.
Lerman terms.
I like that.
But a cold
Yeah.
opening is like where a show starts, where there's no title sequence, where you're in the show, and every episode of the Jinx started where you're right into the show.
Yeah.
Then it would like kind of set up what the episode is about, and then this sexy, cool, well shot
Oh, 100%.
credit sequence.
Fincher-esque.
David Fincher-esque. It's got cool music, very similar to The Sopranos. It's driving like,
Yeah, it's like that. Like it's got like a beat.
and they
shit.
shot an actual credit sequence. Like they shot Robert Durst in it, like a movie theater, and he's in there, and it's like cutaways. And what it did to me is I felt like I knew some about this case from being in New York, and it was like kind of like pop culture. It was on the cover of the Daily News and shit like that, and you'd see it on New York One. But I was always like, this fucking guy is guilty. Obviously, I didn't know as much as I knew from watching the documentary, The Jinx. But what it did to me is I went into this show feeling like, this is my opinion, that this guy was guilty, and somehow or another, this fucking guy had gotten away from being convicted of murder 3 times. It made me root for him like a TV character, like I was rooting for Tony Soprano, who you can root for because you know it's not a real person, or Walter White. Like I found myself wanting to get away. It disconnected
you from the reality of it all and made it seem like fiction, like a
and
character.
it is
like a
entertainment.
Yeah.
But it's not entertainment like I'll pride myself in saying the Tribe Called Quest documentary I did. It's got sexy,
Shameless plug there.
Shameless plug. But I'm just saying. But I'm just saying. Like we had dope credits because
Is that on Blu-ray?
It's a music. It's on Blu-ray. It's on iTunes. It's on.
Get it at Best Buy,
It's really
Target.
easy.
It's
You
kinda
can. It's
everywhere.
been ripped. It's on YouTube. If you don't want to pay
Do you
for
mind
it,
if it's ripped? Like
yeah,
online?
you know, it
Download
was
for
ripped
free?
before the movie came out. So if you want to watch it like that, let your soul rot
Right. That's
and watch
cool.
it like that. It's no problem. You
Cool.
could steal from me and steal from.
I've already stolen. I have not even purchased that.
I know,
shit.
and that's what's gonna, that's called karma, and that's gonna come back to get you in your ass. But let's stay focused.
Okay, sorry,
But it's
continue.
a true
Get all the
crime
viruses
thing.
you want from that shit.
Yeah, download it. I hope your
I have a
fucking
Mac,
computer
so they don't-
crashes.
no, they don't.
Don't do it on Netflix, and don't do it on iTunes for $3.99 or $4.99 or $5.99.
Oof, that's expensive.
Yeah, don't do that. But like, I hope you download it on YouTube or someplace, and your fucking computer gets viruses.
$3.99? Is that it?
$4.99.
No one's buying that. No one's
People
buying
don't
it.
want to pay $4.99 just to
$9.99?
watch
Fuck
your,
no.
your
Pretty goddamn
damn
good
film that
movie.
you
I wouldn't
spent
pay
a long
$4.99
time
for Breaking Bad.
It's a pretty goddamn good movie.
People are cheap, man.
Yeah.
If they're not willing
No.
to spend $4.99, $3.99, whatever it is.
$9.99. Tribe Called Quest.
Logan, would
It's not
you?
for me. It's
Logan,
like-
would you fucking spend $4.99 on this fucking movie that he made?
Yes,
this documentary.
I would. I have to
Yes.
say it's a great documentary,
Thank you.
man.
No,
Thank
I
you.
listen. I love the documentary. Have I pirated it? Was I the uploader before the movie came out? I don't know. I'm just like spitballing. But I don't believe in piracy. But in terms of your films that you make, like
you go out of your way to pirate me.
Hey,
Yeah.
would you guys go into a 7-Eleven let's just say, and steal a Snickers bar?
Nope.
No, you wouldn't.
No, but
Hell,
you
that's
wanna
a product.
But you want to fucking
You're not gonna
take my
steal that.
fucking movie.
This is a product. This is something that you put out there.
Do you
It's
know
your
it's one of the most
business, and you're not
pirated
supposed
movies
to-
on the internet? Is
No,
it? I'm
it
lying.
fucking
I'm lying.
isn't.
I'm lying. I'm
I
lying.
just want to
I'm
take
lying.
this time though to
I
say
was
that
lying
I'm on
about that.
Q-Tip's side. Like I've been on Q-Tip's side.
When
Like
they're between the Q-Tip, Michael Rapaport, if you were
yeah,
on his
if
side.
there's like any beef, and I'm not trying to like stir the pot or whatever, but I just want to say like
This is
I've
supposed to be-
had
we're
I
getting
have
off
Q's
track
back.
here.
Like
We're getting
We're
so
getting
off
really
track.
off
I wonder
track.
if Robert Durst ever saw Beach Rhymes in Life, The Travels of a Tribe Called
I don't know
Quest.
because I think like does maybe Robert Durst know you as a character actor? Like you're from New York.
I
like,
guarantee you, but
Yeah.
that he does because after the fact that Bill Clinton
Yeah.
knew me, I feel like
But what did he know you from for real?
but Justified.
For real.
He rattled off a few things, and I was like, just like
Bill Clinton?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, wow.
Ex-President Bill Clinton.
Yeah, cool.
And I don't want to get because last
Sure.
time we were here, we were talking about mountaintop moments, and I know
Sure.
since you've been here the last time that you took Dean to the White House to meet Obama.
oh
yeah,
man, we haven't
yeah.
even. That's
We're
a whole
we're
other
not gonna
podcast,
talk about
buddy.
that, but I want to say that
Shit.
that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up that happened, and
We
then like
shut you
I
down.
felt like you kind of rubbed that in my face. But let's say
100%.
focus on the Jinx and the credit sequence.
Okay.
Let's say focus on the Jinx and the credit sequence. What I'm saying to you is that knowing that I have an opinion that I felt like this guy got off a murder 3 times. That credit sequence and some of the style and sexiness of the show made me be like, let him get away. He seems like a charming guy. He seems fun. He seems like kind of like a New York kind of guy. Like I feel like I'd have a grilled cheese sandwich with him at a diner in New York. Like until the end, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker is really fucking batshit crazy.
But you know what? And if your audience right now is listening to this, like we're allowed to spill shit. Like I would
yeah.
like
I don't
stop
know.
fucking
I-
listening. You
I
shouldn't be
really-
listening to the
no,
Jinx
there's
podcast.
spoilers.
I did
Fuck your
not
spoiler
see-
alerts.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
I
Spoiler.
did not see him or interpret his behavior as being, I guess, attractive or cool or entertaining. I saw him as being rehearsed and well thought out. And everything he said just seemed very straight up, very apathetic in terms of like the details. It was just, especially when he's talking about dismembering his quote unquote best friend's body. Like it was all
I have to
very
say,
apathetic.
though-
It was just straightforward. Oh, so I took off his arms, and when I did,
Okay,
that,
but
I
that-
smoked some weed.
It's like
Yeah, you
I
smoked
smoked
pot,
some
yeah.
pot. I had,
But
joints
I,
with it.
I can agree with
Weirdo.
Michael. I think that in a lot of the interviews he came off as charming.
Charming.
I kind of was like, hey, do I want to kick it
Charismatic.
with Bobby Durst?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Why not? Why
but
not?
then the dismemberment came, and I'm like, fuck. I'm locking my doors at night for Bobby Durst.
Bobby Durst is buck wild, and I guarantee you his fuck style is also buck wild.
Well,
And
I don't even know about that. You know?
I'm just saying we always got to throw that in there.
Yeah.
we always got to throw that in there.
Buck
But
Wild.
the fuck style being
fuck
buck
style
wild.
is buck wild.
What is Buck Wild?
Well, it's
Buck
like
wild
he's
means
What's
like if
buck
your
wild?
fuck style is buck wild. Essentially, it would mean like
Explain what Buck Wild
Buck
is.
wild
I don't
means
really know
like
what that is.
I'll explain what it means. That's a good question because you know what? I assume that everybody knows what that means.
No.
Buck wild means
don't
like,
know.
yo, that shit. Like Robert Durst, he's buck wild.
like.
Like he's fucking wild.
Yo,
or you
like-
could be like, yo, that new song by what's the latest song you like? The newest song you like?
Alabama Shakes.
Alabama
that
Shake.
fucking
That new
Kendrick
Alabama
Lamar
Shake song is
album?
buck wild.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's more from a hip hop thing, so it'd be more
Okay.
like. But that Alabama Shake song is
Yeah.
actually buck wild.
It's buck wild.
But
all
you
right.
could say, yo,
Like it's fucking great.
it's
Buck
fucking
Wild.
great,
Okay.
or you could, or,
Or
it could
it's
be
fucking
like,
crazy.
or it's crazy, or it's like
Yeah.
on the loose.
The fact that Robert Durst is walking the streets in New York City right now after dismembering his quote-unquote best friend, that's buck wild.
The fact that Robert Durst's
Okay.
lawyers are comfortable getting him off just because they have a lot of money and resources, you could say, Robert Durst, your lawyers are buck wild.
Right.
So,
I see.
You see
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Give
I
us
got
a
you.
transition to the his fuck style.
Well, so in a rhyme,
Yeah, so how is a fuck style Buck Wild?
so
What
you
does
could
that
say,
mean?
so you could say, well,
it's fucking weird.
It came from a rhyme. Like a friend of mine, named Cousin Jonah. He's an MC from New York, really good. Never came out with some shit, but like really, really good.
No
guy,
doubt, no
good
doubt.
with words. He said in the thing, and my fuck style is buck wild, meaning that his when he beds a young lady, that his fuck game is essentially insane.
Right.
See, that's a pun on it. See, like saying like he has a good fuck game. So you say my fuck style.
Is buck wild.
God, I can't imagine anybody fucking that guy.
No,
gotta
but
be.
that aside,
No, but Logan, you want to say, but if
you know.
you had to answer the question, yes or no,
Okay.
is your fuck style buck wild? And it really just means, is your fuck style good or not good? So I'm going to ask you the question, Logan, as a man, is your fuck style buck wild?
Yes.
No, you have to say, yes, my fuck style is buckwild.
My fuck style is so buckwild.
Okay,
It's crazy.
now right after I heard that, I think that Logan Lerman's fuck style is just dog shit because he didn't sound convincing.
buckwild,
He wasn't
bitch.
confident.
That's right.
You know, he wasn't
okay,
confident
Dean,
about
let
it.
me ask you a question. Do you think after the Beverly Hills, in the Susan Berman case,
Yeah.
now we have to assume people have seen it.
For sure.
Explain the Susan Berman cadaver letter, Logan, because you seem like the most articulate out of the group.
Oh, well, you know, I'm
so he said.
He's kind of
okay,
articulate.
well, let's have you explain it.
No,
buddy.
no, we just
Wait,
did another. No, let's not.
No,
All
that
right,
was good.
don't let
Well-
him talk.
Well, basically,
go to sleep real
after the murderer, there was a. Well, let's go back further. Susan Berman was the best friend of Robert Durst, and she was currently residing in Los Angeles, around
Benedict Canyon.
in Benedict Canyon, and a lot of people feel like she knows a lot about the disappearance of Kathleen, his first wife.
Yes.
And
And she was going to speak to the police.
and she was gonna
She
speak to the
agreed to
police.
speak to the police about it.
And,
years later.
And she was one night someone broke into her home, or actually didn't break in. She opened up the door. There was no break in.
There was no
Forced
resistance.
entry.
There was no forced entry, and she was murdered. She was shot, and a lot of people
Execution
feel
style.
that it was Robert Durst.
And the police a few days
Yeah.
later,
they received a letter from
an anonymous person,
with her address in block letters, in very distinct block, capital letters, and it said cadaver at the bottom of it.
For those who don't know what that means, a cadaver in the medical field.
I
It's
hope
a
you
dead
guys
body.
know
Dead
what
body.
what a cadaver is.
don't overestimate my
No,
audience.
Okay,
Come
all
on.
right.
Jeez,
a lot of
Logan.
people
Don't
listen,
fucking
and
be
some people are more
condescending,
educated than
Logan.
others.
Condescending. It's
Don't
just a
condescend to the
cadaver.
audience.
Don't
It's a
talk
cad-
down. Oh, if you don't know this.
No,
don't
it's
fucking do that.
condescending to have to explain what a cadaver is. You have to just assume that they know.
I didn't know. I'll be totally honest
I don't
with you.
know. It's condescending to have to
That's
explain
fucked.
it.
Sorry. didn't-
Childhood
you know what?
actor right there.
Sorry, didn't know what a cadaver was. And they say most people in the doc, they say most people don't know what a cadaver is because they
This is
only
kind of
use
hard
that
to
word.
explain this whole situation that happened, though. But basically, in a box of Susan Berman's belongings that
20 years later.
20 years later, her stepson discovered a letter from Robert Durst that had the same exact block letters and misspelling of the word Beverly.
And the director and the filmmakers of the Jinx found this, and this seems to be the thing that is
Incriminating.
time-
It's incriminating.
It's
for him.
incriminating. And
Yeah.
then at the end of episode 6 of the Jinx,
Yeah.
with a mic that's still on, I've heard people
He
refer
confessed
to it.
to it. He
He
confessed
said,
to it.
"Do the thing." He said,
Oh, Dean,
He said-
yeah, you go for it.
Here, go,
what
Dean.
did he
You're
say?
on.
What did he say? He
After
said,
an interview where they confronted Robert Durst and showed
You got
him
this. You know
letter, this letter that was found with the same exact misspelling of Beverly, he said what?
Robert?
on the toilet.
He was
Robert?
on the toilet, and he said,
We have Robert here with us to actually say it again. So here we
said,
go.
There it is. You're caught.
"What did you do?
What the hell did I do?
Kill them all,
Killed
of course."
them. Killed them all. Of course.
Good stuff. And since
That was
then,
good. That was really great.
The Saturday before the last episode, episode 6, aired last weekend on HBO, Robert Durst was found in New Orleans or Louisiana?
New Orleans. I mean, that is Louisiana.
No, but I'm saying, was it in?
It was in New Orleans,
It was
yeah.
in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
if it was in somewhere
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
state. See that he condescended me.
No. This is something you don't know about him.
Louisiana's a state. New
I
Orleans is a
know
city.
that.
But you love to do that.
What do you mean love to do that? We
You know,
said, was
he
he in
likes
New
to be
Orleans
the
or
guy that
Louisiana? I'm like,
knows it,
yeah, he
man.
was in New Orleans,
If
Louisiana.
he seems like he's a little bit more well-read than definitely you, for sure.
But listen, I'm not fucking saying I'm Mr. Well-Read. He prides himself on being
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
It's not a bad thing to pride yourself in.
Well,
I
sometimes
just
it gets
turned
people
45.
pissed.
Well, you know what? Go, you two motherfuckers. Just not to guys. You know that I just turned 45.
Happy
That's
birthday,
cool.
man.
Happy birthday. But
Yeah.
you show up. with nothing in your hand.
Bullshit!
No.
I texted you yesterday. I said, I'm
I don't
bringing
wanna
you something on
text
fucking
from
Monday,
you, motherfucker.
bitch. No, I
We're
called
here.
you.
You're here.
We're here. This is the
You're
present.
in my house drinking my what?
Snapple.
My Snapple.
Yeah, you're
We
the
love
Snapple
Snapple
man
too.
now.
But
And
you
I'm
don't
drinking
come
a
over with-
raspberry tea Snapple.
I'm drinking a peach one. What are you
And
drinking?
Logan's
peach.
drinking a peach tea. And oh my God, on a hot day like this, the second day of spring, it is so refreshing.
That Snapple's fucking good. But Logan, you just like, I just show up. You got. I didn't.
Did
know.
he wish you a happy birthday?
I mean,
Fuck
you know.
that! I don't need text, motherfucker.
Look,
Did he wish you? I called you, bitch.
Logan didn't wish me shit.
No.
Wow.
Look, I think
I told him yesterday, too, it was
Once
your
you get
birthday.
to a certain age,
You stop getting birthday
you
messages?
stop getting birthday. You stop counting your birthday.
Well, because what happens
You
is
know
it's
what
like,
I mean?
oh my
Like,
God, you're 30. This is
you know,
great. Let's celebrate.
yeah.
Whoa, you're 40. You're getting
Look,
a little older.
I
Then
mean,
45. It's
God.
like, yo, this dude's about to die.
I mean, Michael, you're almost my grandfather's age. You're kind of like grandpa age.
that's
now.
not true.
He's
got
getting to
young
grandpa.
How old is
45?
Papa? How old is
No, it's,
Nana?
45, 88.
Same
close.
shit.
Close.
You know,
Same
when you're 20, how old are you?
Yeah. 23.
When you're 23, it's like all foreign, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, because I'm 25. I'll be 25
old.
and
It's
like-
just old.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that's fucking, that is.
Well, I just think like, yeah.
But
45.
no, but
God.
45, 46 doesn't make a fucking difference.
How are your hips?
My hips are fine. My hips are fine.
That was
Laugh,
funny.
you're like, and then you're like laughing with
hips.
Dean, like, how are our hips? Oh, my hips are fine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
Hips don't lie.
My hips don't lie. But you little pricks show up here empty-handed. I don't get a Snapple or a Snapple gift card, a Starbucks
You don't
gift
need
card.
one. You have a
those?
cooler right here.
Who has a
Talk
Snapple
about my
gift
cooler,
card?
but I don't get nothing. Like a candy bar. Talk about my cooler.
Michael's
How
got-
impressed were you with my Snapple?
Well, we're in
cooler?
the I Am Rapaport
Would you
headquarters.
really have been happy
We are
if
in
I
the
brought
I
you a
Am
candy bar?
We're
No.
something.
Listen,
some
we're in the
sort of
I Am Rapaport headquarters, and
fill
we
my
have-
tank up with gas or some shit.
You have
No.
a fucking
Some shit.
Escalade, bitch. That's like
Jesus.
$100. That's like $100 gift.
Actually,
You know
gas
what? That's
prices
not
are-
a bad idea, though. Gas gift cards.
Well, come on, man. That's a known thing. That's
A
not
full
like,
tank.
They don't have that.
Of course
That
they
is-
do. Are you crazy?
A gift card for gas?
Are you crazy?
They have to have that.
Maybe.
Are you
I've
nuts?
never seen that.
I don't
at
think that's a
at
business
Shell
move that no
station
one
or
else has
anything.
not
Come
thought
on.
of.
Of course they got a fucking.
I mean, they have those like
Loyalty
credit cards
No.
or whatever that you
No,
like.
no.
You know,
they have gift cards.
But okay,
anyway,
let
get
me,
out
let
of
me
the
ask you a
gift
question.
card
Let me ask you
section.
guys a question. Let me ask you a question. At the end of the day, since this is an all Jinx I Am Rapaport podcast, do you think here? Make your predictions, and then we're going to go to another subject. I want to throw a couple of things at you guys. Do you think Robert Durst is going to be found guilty or not guilty of these crimes? Yes or no, Dean?
As much as I would like him to be found guilty of these crimes, because he did commit at least 3 that we know of, I think typically rich people like him, like OJ, tend to get off.
So you think he's going to get
I
off?
think there's a very high chance that he could get off during this case. Yes.
Logan?
No, I think he's gonna spend the rest of his life in prison, and I just hope. Now, my real question is, what's going to happen now? And personally, my theory is everybody has their own fucking theories right now about what's going on and what's happening. I think Robert Durst's brother Douglas was involved in the disappearance of Kathleen.
The first one.
I do. I really believe so. The time
What's
period.
making you say that?
The time period between when Kathleen disappeared and when he reported her missing is several days went by. And in that period of time, he said, he gave 3 different statements, but he claimed that right after he sent her off on the train, quote unquote train, that he called his brother and his father and checked in with them. I
Right.
think that he got advice from them, criminal attorney advice, whatever it is, what he had to do. He got advice which station to go down to, who to talk to report it, and I think Douglas was involved.
You know, hey,
I'm
don't
disturbed by the fact that he runs the Freedom, the leasing for the Freedom Tower, and I hope now. This is what I think will happen, or what I hope will happen. I just think there's a point in which he'll be royally fucked, Robert Durst, and he'll admit to everything, and then the best revenge for him to his brother, who he hates so much,
I
will
like
be to
that.
admit that he was involved and get his family involved and say, you know
like
what,
that.
I hate, because he obviously, if you've seen the show, if you've seen the program,
His brother
he
is
hates his
scared of
brother.
him.
Yeah.
He hates his brother. He hates Doug, and I feel like the best revenge for him
Wow.
would be to say, you know what, I did it all. I murdered them all. and Douglas helped me do it.
Holy, this is your whole thing that you think. That's a great prediction.
That's a great prediction.
That's a great prediction.
And I think
sure.
I think that's once he's royally fucked, and he's like,
When
you
he's
know what,
convicted.
I have nothing else that I can do, and you know what, I'm going to tell everything. It's going to be a tell-all. I mean, I really
because he's not
hope-
going away from the camera.
I really hope that there is going to be a tell-all.
But don't put that on Douglas, man. Like,
I don't know. That's
You know, like, why
what,
does
Just, he made a
I know,
prediction.
I don't know. Douglas
he made a
just,
fucking prediction. I think he's gonna get off.
Why is
Doug
Douglas
has suffered
hiding?
enough, bro.
Why is suffered? The guy wouldn't even talk to anybody about it. He wouldn't even
suffered,
communicate
bro.
with the family about it. You know, Kathleen's family. It's all very seedy, all really weird stuff. And I don't know. That's that. Everybody has their own theories. That's my
Well
theory.
thought
That's what I
out
hope.
opinion instead of just coming off the cuff with some fucking bullshit, Dean.
you just
like
fucking
did.
told me to say yes or no.
Nah,
That's some
well, I mean,
bullshit.
yeah, but then you
What
can
kind of
take
fucking-
liberties to, say something like, like I said to take yes or no because I didn't want to get digressed like
All right,
with
you know
another
what?
shitty
This is
story.
listen, every way I turn, I lose. Okay, this is 2 against fucking 1 on this podcast. I'm just gonna go on Tinder. You tell me when you want me to fucking come back into this shit and give some fucking good
I also
insight.
feel like there should be like forensic accountants or whatever, doing audits of all the people involved with all of the trials to see if there was money being tossed around to the jurors, to especially in Galveston, who are obviously like the most stupid people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, have you seen
those jurors of
in
Galveston trial
He
are fucking
admitted to
dumb.
dismembering
Dumb.
a body. Again, I'm going to say that again, maybe the 10th time. It's just nuts to me. So all right, that's our predictions. I think that he's going to be found not guilty in Los Angeles of
I
this
think-
because I feel
I
like
think so,
the
too.
evidence from the Jinx
Is not enough.
And I'm going to say that we're so that's the end of the Jinx thing. I hope you, all of you, thousands and thousands, almost millions and hundreds of
we're
thousands of
done?
people.
That's it?
That's it.
No,
that's-
Logan's trying to get the fuck out of here.
I gotta go.
No. I'm going to ask one more question.
Okay, all right.
Okay, because I want to ask your opinions about this because it's going to be discussed on the I Am Rapaport podcast in detail. The what is it? Galstonbury?
Fuck, man, you need it.
Gavel-
You need me here, man. I don't know how this podcast is
Galveston?
surviving.
No.
Galveston.
No.
Galveston.
Totally changing the subject on you. Not Galveston. I'm talking about that rock and roll guy.
Back to you, Oasis.
Yeah.
Right
Noel
now,
Gallagher?
there's-
Noel
Gallagher?
Gallagher has said
Anyone?
that he doesn't think, he said this before about, what's that concert out there, Glastonbury?
Yeah, Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, thank
Yeah.
you. We're not talking about
Oh, okay.
Galveston. Did you haven't heard about this?
What
do
about
you
Glastonbury?
Do you fucks not?
What
turn
are
on
you
TV?
talking
Listen,
about?
I fucks with
I
you.
don't know what you're talking
I know what
about.
you're talking about.
900,000, 90,000 people. And Noel Gallagher, is that his fucking name?
It's
one song.
Noel
he
or
did.
Liam.
Liam?
They're brothers. One of them.
Whatever.
Noel, probably
They don't
Noel.
get along?
They don't.
They're British?
They're British.
Okay. A few years ago, they said that rappers shouldn't perform at this concert. What's it called?
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, yeah.
You're
And
talking
then-
about the Kanye thing.
Yes, wait. And
I
then
got
Jay-Z performed there and had the most crowds ever. And then he name-checked him in a song. Hip-hop phrase, name-check, means like he dropped his name. He said he kind of talked shit about him in a
You
song.
were dropped in
Oh, that's
in a hip-hop song, too,
condescending.
with Rick Ross.
I've been name-dropped in a handful of hip-hop songs. A lot of them.
You're
Jay-Z.
right. And you're
Talib
talking about...
Kweli,
Right.
a lot of good rappers.
Right. So we're going to go...
So this guy this year, Kanye West has been
Yeah.
put as the headliner of the concert, and this guy Noel Gallagher
He's pissed. He's upset
He's
about it.
saying, and he started a petition.
Over 60,000 signatures have been signed to remove Kanye West from the Glastonbury
Who
lineup.
gives a shit what this guy has
Who
to
is this
say?
fucking guy?
I know, right? I mean, look, Oasis is great, wonderful, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. Who really cares?
Right.
Who
He's just
really
trying to
cares
stay
what he has
relevant,
say?
man.
Kanye's
Hey, look,
great.
hey, you know
He's-
what?
He's
We're
a
talking
wonderful
about him right
artist
fucking
and
now,
musician, and
aren't
his
we?
shows are wonderful.
We're
Why
talking
wouldn't
about him
people
right
want
now.
to see him? Yeah.
We're talking about right now because I wanted to see what your opinions were.
Nah,
Well,
who
like,
gives
is
a
Oasis? I don't know. I know that one song. Is that a relevant group?
Right now... Okay, so Oasis broke up years ago. But...
Because they're two. Are they two drunken
They're
British guys? They fight each
they're
other.
two brothers.
Do
that-
they fight?
They're those dudes that like will get in fights on stage and they will like leave the stage.
They'll
and
fight
they're
each other.
Very outspoken.
Okay, I got.
Brothers,
I
right?
get it.
They're incredible musicians.
Incredible. And their
Just
album, their first
outspoken.
album, What's the Story, Morning Glory? I don't. That's not their first album.
We don't fact check.
Whatever.
It could be.
What's
It
the
may or
Story,
may not
Morning
be.
Glory is one of the greatest albums of all time. It's
A rock and roll album.
Yeah,
I don't know it. Never fucking heard of it.
It's pop.
You know it. Champagne Supernova.
I know, dude.
I don't know if we call it rock and roll. It's pop music.
What?
It's what?
It's pop.
Pop.
No,
Okay.
not back then. But anyway,
It is pop. That's pop music. What pop music is now is not what pop music really is. But
So this
yeah,
is like
it's
15
pop.
years ago, 10 years ago, 12
It
years
was
ago.
like 20 years ago.
No, but
Oh,
they've
shit,
been
okay.
relevant for a couple years. But then Noel Gallagher, one of the brothers, did his own side project, and that's probably why he's.
Is it
relevant.
good?
It is. Both of them have their side projects, but it's not Oasis.
It's
Oasis
not like with the
is
group.
fucking Oasis. You know?
Okay, so what is your opinion on this fucking whole thing? Because they're trying to. I don't like it because number one, I think that when he tried to do it to Jay-Z, Jay-Z shut down that concert. Like
Yeah.
he shut it down crazy, and I don't think that anybody like you're not relevant. What's his name? Gallagher.
Noel Gallagher.
No,
Does anybody really listen to what the Gallaghers have to say?
He just
I think
talked
everybody
bullshit.
kind
He
of
stirred up
knows.
60,000 motherfuckers. Did it?
Great. All right. Yeah, 60.
But it's like, dude, you're not running Glastonbury. First of all,
So
you're
you
not
did-
fucking headlining.
this guy has an
Glastonbury.
opinion about everything, though.
Does
He's
he?
always
Of
throwing
course,
things
there's
out
always
there.
controversial shit with
Okay,
them. But
okay,
they're fucking
all right. So
bozos.
thanks-
man.
And may I remind you, he's a wonderful musician, but it's just, he doesn't need to have an opinion about everything, but it seems like he does. And
It's like, hey man,
he
you're not
feels like he
fucking
needs to.
headlining. Let Kanye go headline, and if they hate him, let the fucking crowd speak for themselves. Let them boo. You don't need to fucking
Kanye's
raise
a great
petition and.
performer, though. He really is a great performer.
He's a really good performer, and I've
Wonderful.
shitted on Kanye on this
Yeah.
show.
Well, everyone
I
is-
went at
yeah.
him hard.
Yeah.
About the fashion stuff because you two.
Yeah.
I mean, I could just say one thing about Dean Collins and Logan Lerman is you have zero fashion consciousness.
I,
You guys
I
dress
really
like
hope you're
homeless people.
joking for me.
You look like you
Look,
just
I
came
know
from a
I don't.
methadone
I
clinic.
really
I'm
don't.
very conscious with
No,
what I
you
wear.
look like you just came from
Dean's
back from a
Mr.
shelter.
Fashion
Fucking kidding
website.
me, Gene?
Dean is Mr. Fashion website.
I see your
kidding me?
socks too, bitch. You're wearing the socks. Those
I
are
got-
my socks.
Are you fucking
that I
kidding me,
got?
man?
I got gifted with the other day. But
so I'm not rocking
Logan,
those
you look
Yeezys,
like
bitch.
you just came from a shelter. So I'm just going to leave it there.
Thank you. I
This-
don't mind that. Actually, I like that. I like
That's okay.
the shelter look.
That's okay.
cool. The
I have
homeless
on
look is in.
I
Hobo
have on
chic.
cashmere shorts, so nobody could tell me shit. These are real cashmere and they're real shorts.
Wow.
So you can't say a fucking word to me, either one of you, because
Well,
these cashmere shorts could buy and
But
sell.
your fucking legs are white as shit, and
So
I
what?
don't want to look at it.
So what?
I don't want to look at it. It's rude. It's like
Mike,
people are eating.
Mike, I have to say, I think we have similar tastes.
in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, you like the newbies.
Fuck yeah.
I love the newbies. They're great.
You just call them homeless, and you guys got similar taste all of
I
a
got
sudden.
New Balances. I mean, Nike.
You're wearing Nike,
Nah,
motherfucker.
I don't know.
You're wearing
Look,
Nike.
I wear clothes. I wear things that are comfortable, and I wear things that I are most of the time. Actually, I'm
I'll
wearing a
rock
lot
that
of brands
Snuggie all
right now.
day.
I don't really like to advertise on my clothing.
I hear you. Final question: boxers briefs or boxer briefs, Logan? The people want to know.
I don't wear boxers anymore. I used to, like as a teenager.
But then you get what I call.
I like the support.
You need the support
of a
and-
boxer brief.
Okay, so boxer brief. Because I find that when I used to wear boxers, I would get severe swamp ass. Like severe swamp ass.
I don't know what the swamp.
Oh,
so
come
is that
on, Logan.
sweaty
Get your
ass?
shit together,
That's what I'm
man.
getting. It's a sweaty ass.
It's a sweaty ass.
Oh shit.
Okay. And then in the summertime,
I've never heard the word swamp ass before. All
Okay,
right, I've
Dean-
never
all
heard
right.
the word buck wild. You know,
This guy,
don't
I
know
told
this
you, I don't know if
stuff.
we already said this on the last podcast, but some dude went over to Logan and was like, "Yo, man,
Oh,
you
yeah.
grinding? You're fucking hustling, man. You grinding these days. It's great." He's like, "Grinding like a skateboard." And that actually happened. It's like, dude, this is my friend.
Like grinding my teeth?
I'm white as
Like,
it
what
is,
do
but
you-
when I got to roll with this guy who's whiter than fucking
I gotta
white,
make you
look,
like some. I gotta hook you up with
I'm
some
learning,
shit.
you know
like
what?
a
You're like
James
Will
Brown
Ferrell.
record.
He's like Will Ferrell in this new Kevin Hart
No.
flick.
I am me. That's the thing. I'm not, what everybody
Respect.
else
Respect.
needs to be.
Respect.
I can be me.
Respect.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. But Dean,
Yeah.
underwear? Are you tighty whities, boxers, briefs, or boxer briefs?
There's one that you left out.
What?
Banana hammocks, right?
You got a banana hammock?
No, what?
Like
no.
tidy whities. I know.
Do you rock a banana
So I
hammock?
rock the boxer briefs. I like to fuck with the Calvin Kleins. I like to fuck with my Hanes. I'll fuck with Fruit of the Loom. I don't care.
Those
But-
are brands.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but we're talking about Hanes makes boxers and they make boxer briefs. Which one
I
do
just
you
said
like?
boxer briefs.
Oh, boxer briefs.
So I rock the boxer briefs, but I also go commando.
no, you don't.
100%. And you
See,
know what?
Commando is swamp ass for days.
But let me tell you, I don't rock.
chafing.
No. I
Yeah,
don't do
that's
it. No.
chafing.
Listen to me. I don't go on the streets and put my jeans on. I like to go in my bed when I go to sleep. I'm like, fuck it. I don't need
I'm
to wear
talking
this
about
shit.
when you're out in the
I like to sleep naked.
We didn't see. You're telling that.
I just wanted to announce that. To
but
people.
I'm saying I didn't even go into that. That's why it's getting weird.
Sorry.
I don't want to know what the fuck.
To answer your question, boxer briefs.
Are you commando like in the streets? Like, will you
No,
walk
no,
around?
no. Only nude. I sleep in the nude.
Do you? Okay, here's my second question. And I'll bring it back to Logan. Then we're going to end this I Am Rapaport podcast.
Okay.
Do you or do you not suffer from chronic swamp ass? Yes or no? It's just a yes or no question.
Absolutely no.
Okay, Logan, do you or do you not?
No.
Okay. I will say that I do get swamp ass.
Okay.
Well, everybody does, but like you're talking chronic, like. And I actually have a great brand for you. Gold Bond makes a great. You put it.
I have the better shit. Gold
powder.
Bond is
It's great.
Sea-Zorb with a Z. It's the best
Sea-Zorb.
shit. Sea-Zorb with a Z.
It sounds like chemically.
No. It's just a little bit better than Gold Bonds. No disrespect to Gold Bonds. And if Gold Bonds, if you want to sponsor, I will use Gold Bonds and I'll.
Because he's got major swamp ass gold bonds, and we really need to get that up in here.
I have I've suffered from swamp ass in the past, but the Sea-Zorb helps it, especially this time of year when it starts to get warmer.
So if any of you out there have swamp ass, Sea-Zorb?
Sea-Zorb, ZEASBORB.
I don't. You can't end the podcast like that.
Why not?
Because I don't want to end it on like, hey guys, and like to plug the swamp ass guys. Like I don't want to end it and be like, thank
I like
you,
that
Logan.
term. I like
No.
swamp ass. It
It's a good
sounds
term.
good.
Well, then, let's just do let's do the movie of the week.
Okay.
Because all right, here's the movie of the week. The Iron Rapaport movie of the week. I'm gonna talk about a movie I saw this week that Dean told me to see. Now, I will preface this by saying this movie is not for everybody. It was very. There's nothing lighthearted about it. It's a documentary called Dear Zachary. It is on Netflix. And it's very disturbing. It's very, very well done, but it literally almost made me throw up. It's a true crime documentary about a very serious subject that took, it's real, it's true, it's hard to watch. It's ultimately very, very well done, but it was a tough pill to swallow. I can't say, what it's about or what it's not about, or if
just watch it. Go to Netflix if you're down for something heavy.
You're saying
shit.
just watch it.
If you're into the true crime, true docs, my girlfriend killed me kind of shit, and like the parents are finding out why she did it. Check this out. It's heavy as fuck, but it's
not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not at all. You got to have a strong stomach.
It literally, I've never had a reaction to a movie like that where I honestly gagged like I was going to vomit.
I told you, Logan.
It's that upsetting. So I'll say that's the movie of the week, but I'm giving a preface. I'm not celebrating it or saying it's a lighthearted movie. It's called Dear Zachary. It's on Netflix. I'm sure you could steal it, you thieves. I'm sure it's on YouTube. You could rip
And
it.
I was joking about the whole pirating Michael's Tribe Dog. I love the Tribe Dog.
But do you own a copy of it?
100% I
You
own a copy
of it on iTunes?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You
and hard
motherfucking
copy.
lying
I got that shit
fuck.
on Blu-ray.
I gave you the fucking
No, you
Blu-ray,
didn't. You never
bitch.
even gave it to me.
Fuck you, man.
Swear to God, man.
This is the Iron Rapaport podcast. We're signing off, and we out.